All right, the time right now is 5:21 in the morning. Okay. I just woke up and completed my coffee, had my espresso. So I thought, okay, let's start the day by making this video. I might title this video as Indian Andrew Tate Asks Me a Question. Okay. The reason for having the title that way is not just for, oh, clicks and all that, but it is to give you immediately a screenshot or snapshot of what is the mentality of the guy who's asking me this question. Okay. For a request to my WhatsApp group members, please don't reveal his personal identity. It's always supposed to be kept confidential. People know him. Okay. Whether you believe it or not, people know him. He exists. There's a person like this who does exist. And yes, he is also my client. You'll be like, rich people come to you. Yes, there are some rich people who come to me. One or two. Okay. So, okay. So I'll read out his question. Exactly the way it is without interjecting any thoughts. That's how I'll do it. And then I will answer it. I request you to listen to it at 1.5x or 2x speed because there's nothing happening at the background. You only need to listen with your ears. So you can do, when you're doing something or eating something or washing dishes or in the toilet. Many people like to listen. Okay. And they, they even comment, I was listening to it in the toilet. Yeah. Just don't listen to it when you're going to sleep because then, no point. Okay. And the second thing is, please do post a comment, but don't put a comment like, hey, what a dumbass, or what a stupid thing, or you're a jackass. Put something where when we read it, even I can learn. Okay, I read all your comments just to let you know. I don't just acknowledge it by the heart and stuff. There are other people who also read. So maybe there's some learning that you can share with us. Okay, and you don't have to agree. I've always told you that. And please, I'm not deleting your comments. Okay. So having said that, I'll read out his question first and then start my answer. So this is what he said. Sir Loy. So thank you very much. Okay. Sorry, the espresso. Okay. Recently, you made a video about the importance of rest, sleep versus workaholism or whatever. You talked about this topic many times in the past as well. Can you explain to me or maybe make a video why people like Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, and many others who are aged 80 to 95 have produced 10,000x more than us and are still working harder than us to this date? On top of that, they eat McDonald's, Chick-fil-A every day. They don't eat healthy and are not careful like you with their diet. You also claim that Andrew Tate is a 15-year-old boy's dream. And it's better to settle down with a wife and kid if you can take care of them emotionally and financially. Perhaps the people I named never settle down, and perhaps due to emotional attachment to people and burnout from work, scaling your work to the max potential. Okay? No disrespect, but genuine question. Now, what he's trying to say, see, remember, he's a very smart, intelligent guy. So you have to read in between the lines. He's not a dumbass. Okay. What he's trying to say is he's a nice diplomat. He's very polite. What he has said here is, Mr. Loy Machedo, the great tattooed guy, you made a video. The video he's talking about is video 8730, titled A Serious Message plus My VIP Client's Cancer. He's talking about that video, where I mentioned about a multimillionaire client of mine who books my sessions to talk to me, 60 plus, retired, but he got cancer and decided to change his life completely. That was the summary of the whole video. Okay. So he's talking about that. So what he's saying indirectly is, you, in that video, you're mentioning about eat healthy, sleep, have balance, and be with your family. Okay. But there are many people like Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, who are age 80 to 95, who are 10,000 times more successful, even though he has put more than us. He's trying to tell me they are 10,000 times more successful than you, me, which is correct. They are not 10,000, 1 billion times. Okay. And they are even working harder than you. So indirectly, he's trying to listen, Abey, Takle, tattooed guy, your lecture that you're giving is all bullshit. There is Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, who are 10,000 times more successful than you, and they're still working harder than you. So isn't your advice, Thenga? Acha. And second one, sorry, I'm being honest. Okay. Second one is, and you are giving lectures about, eat healthy, sleep on time. These people are eating McDonald's and Chick-fil-A every day. They don't eat healthy like you, okay? Tapori. They don't do exercise. Okay. They don't do any diet. Still, why they are living so long? Kya Takle? Okay. Then he says, you're talking about Andrew Tate. He's a 15-year-old boy. dream, and better to settle down, with a condescension. Like, better to settle down with a wife and kid. Okay. Yeah, provided you can take care of them. But there are so many people who are successful who don't have wife, Thai wife, baby, settle down in, with tattoos in a village. I'm just saying, this is my style of delivery. Okay. And they never suffer from burnout like you. They never believe in, okay, scale down, have a balanced life. So no disrespect to you. But can you tell me why such great people? And then Mr. Loy Machedo. That is the in between the lines. And I totally understand where he's coming from, because I'll tell you why. Because this guy who asked me this question, he's rich. He has expensive cars. I'm not exaggerating. Huh? This is very serious. He has enough money where he can go to a showroom and just throw cash and buy a McLaren, buy a Rolls Royce. He doesn't like Rolls Royce, by the way. He can spend $200,000 just like this, just click of a finger. He doesn't give a rat's ass. The girls that are sleeping or dying for him or whatever, they are girls you only see on Instagram, like OnlyFans, like that. Those sort of girls. Okay. So he is experiencing success at the age of his early 30s, which makes him like the 1% of the richest who's who in US. So obviously, he will look down on people like me, which I don't say no. So what is my answer? I wrote down the points because I'm dealing with a very intelligent guy. I can't give him an answer like a normal person. I have to think. So I wrote down my points. Okay. So let's start. Here is my answer. Let me drink one sip of soda. Okay. What is the population of our planet Earth? Around 7 billion people. 7, no? 7 billion people. In that 7 billion, how many Donald Trumps we have? One Donald Trump. In fact, if you go 5 generations, 6 generations, even 10 generations, there's only one Donald Trump. There's never been before, and there'll never be ever again. For that matter, Warren Buffett. How many Warren Buffetts are there on the planet who can say, just by patiently investing, he managed to make a portfolio of $146.2 billion. There may be one or two. I am not aware of their names, but they're very quiet. So out of 7 billion people, we have one Donald Trump, one Warren Buffett. For that matter, he forgot to mention Elon Musk, whose worth is 419 billion. 1 in 7 billion, correct? So now, if Donald Trump drinks Coke, does that mean my life will be like Donald Trump? Warren Buffett also likes Coke. So does that mean my life will be like him? Just because he does it, does that mean it's okay for me to do it? In fact, let me give you some other examples, not just this. Michael Phelps, most decorated Olympian of all times, 23 gold medals. Usain Bolt, 4 world title championships. No matter how much you train, no matter how much hard you work, Michael Phelps literally gave that interview where he said, for 15 years or 10 or 15 years, not a single day he took a day off. He used to train for 8 to 10 hours, physically pushing himself for 10 to 15 years. Now, you and I can put 10 to 15 years exactly like him. We will never be a Michael Phelps. We will never be a Usain Bolt. Why? This is called exception to the rule. I call it exception to the rule. That doesn't make it standard. Okay. In fact, I've written down a few more names because, some people say, oh, you only gave 3-4 names. How many Cristiano Ronaldos are there? With his looks, his ability to play, his brand value. Cristiano Ronaldo, 1. In fact, this guy, Undertaker, 32 years or 33 years in the business. No matter how much you practice wrestling, no matter how much you do like a dead man walking, no matter, even if you are his height, do you think you can be like the, say, Undertaker or Hitman Bret Hart? You learn all the technical moves. Can you be as popular as him? No. Hulk Hogan, who died. There's only one Hulk Hogan. In the whole history of wrestling, these 3 names, Undertaker, Bret the Hitman, and Hulk Hogan, you ever see anyone like him to this date? Okay. One last athlete I'll give you, Kipchoge. Kipchoge ran the marathon. He ran it under 2 hours. I've been an ex-marathon runner. Only one person on the planet, Kipchoge, one, to this date, has run a marathon, 42 kilometers, in less than 2 hours. Why nobody else? Now you'll say, hey, but this is all genetics. Fine. I'll give you non-genetics now. Have you heard of the director Stanley Kubrick? He's a director. Have you heard of Martin Scorsese? Alfred Hitchcock? James Cameron? Titanic. Okay. George Lucas of Star Wars. Okay. And Spielberg. Once again, all directors, even Shyamalan, or whatever his name is. Even the Avengers, Joss Whedon and that other chap. Have you ever heard, Christopher Nolan? I forgot. Christopher Nolan. Tell me, I give you these name and directors, no? All are unique, right? All are very different. But no matter how hard you try, you can never become like them. You can eat like them, sleep like them, take the mentoring, take the coaching, take the college education. In fact, how many chefs are there who can say, I'm exactly like Gordon Ramsay? Okay, let me give you some more examples. Heard of this guy, Mr. Beast. Only one Mr. Beast is there. Only one PewDiePie. Only one Markiplier. Only one, what's his name? Dhruv Rathi. How many YouTubers have tried to be like them? In fact, I'll give you Indian actors. Amitabh Bachchan, you heard of him? Hey, where? All that. No matter how much you try putting a cigarette in your mouth, throwing it, with a dark skin, no education, no nothing other than a personality, you can never have that drawing power of Rajnikant. Impossible. Man, look at him. He doesn't look like a film. He doesn't look like a heartthrob, bald guy, old and simple. What is his gimmick? Only all these expressions and putting the cigarette. No matter how much anybody copies, can never be like him. For that matter, whether you have Michael Jackson, whether you have Bruce Lee, Arnold Schwarzenegger, take how many ever drugs you want, train how much ever you want, you can never be like him. What about this guy in your line of work? How many Satoshi Nakamotos are there? One, right? See, I give you a couple of names. And also, since I added them, Charlie Chaplin, one in a generation. We have never had a Charlie Chaplin. We have never had a Marilyn Monroe. We have never had, Vladimir Putin, Oprah, The Rock. Now, you gave me one or two names. I give you even more names. My open challenge to you, you follow their diet, you follow their protocol, you follow their advice, you try to do what they did. You will never achieve their fame, their legacy, their success. Maybe learn a little bit here and there, but you'll never be them. So, what is the point of taking exception to the rule? Cherry picking. Oh, Bill Gates, cherry picking Donald Trump. See, he's 10,000 times more successful than you, or he drinks Coke, he eats Chick-fil-A. And in fact, you're taking, apart from the cherry picking and apart from the exception to the rule, which you're trying to make it as standard, you're not looking at the other side. There is the other side of the coin. What is the other side? Okay. Again, I'll give you famous people. Bruce Lee tragically died before his potential. He's a legend. But he died just because he was given the wrong medication. Remember, Michael Jackson died because of the doctor's wrong medication. Elizabeth Holmes, billionaire, who did the same thing what all these famous tech visionaries were talking, but she is now a convicted criminal. We have Vijay Mallya, king of good times, a legend. Let's see what happened to him. Kurt Cobain, what a talent, died too soon. John Lennon got shot dead. Bernie Madoff had everything, yet had to be scam artist. MC Hammer, Mike Tyson, so rich. What did they do? So now here, once again, I gave you famous people, but who did the most shocking thing. Had they been normal, like normal people, after you earn, like Mike Tyson, 300 million, you'll keep it in the bank, right? So why are you taking only one trait of one successful person and saying this is the standard? Because it is not, my dear. You'll only have one Usain Bolt who gets a gold medal, or one Michael Phelps. No matter how much you try, no matter the whole world tries, they will never be, whether it's a genetics or anything else. And I give you even examples of, from Steve Jobs to Bill Gates, there's only once in a generation. That doesn't mean because they did something, you can do it or I can do it. You cannot take exception to the rule as a standard. Next one is, you're only focusing on what you wish to focus, but not on what the other side is screaming. Like, we only look at one side of the coin. Marilyn Monroe, what a legend. What happened to her? Marilyn Monroe. What happened to Robin Williams? What an amazing, talented actor. Killed himself. Anthony Bourdain. That DJ Avicii killed himself. In fact, Celine Dion. What an amazing voice. Who knew that she was suffering so much? So success also has a price to pay. Now, let's say you have a car. Okay, you have expensive car. You have big money. You have all the hot girls. Yet you don't have a wife who will love you unconditionally. Yet you don't have a kid. Now, I can rub it in and say, see, I got a loving wife. Haha, I got a loving kid. Even my story is an exception to the rule. It's an exception. I can challenge and tell anybody, if you tattoo your face like me, you'll never achieve success like me. You can start a YouTube channel and copy everything I'm doing. You'll never be the same. In fact, how many Indian passport holders with a tattooed face, with a school dropout, high school dropout, whatever, will have a loving, caring Thai wife, who will have a loving, caring, beautiful little baby girl, who, despite losing his life, almost losing his life, 4 or 5 times still alive, who can make a video sitting down in his chair, lack of production. No, it's impossible. It's only one. And here's another thing. I've taken some more incidents of my own people that I know. If you cherry pick someone, like you are talking about, what is that? Donald Trump's habits. My landlord, 94 years old, smokes. Okay, smokes every day. Drinks. He's 94, huh? He's skin and bones. Skin and bones. He can't even see his ear. But he does work every day from 5. I've shared his photograph. He smokes, he drinks alcohol, and they put that powder, something for tobacco. Okay. Now, people can say, see, smoking doesn't kill. See, drinking doesn't kill. I'll not go very far. He's 94. He drinks, smokes. Nothing has happened to him. He's still robust. He has more stamina than me. He can climb a tree. Like, 5 people standing on top of me, he has actually climbed the tree. So it doesn't, now I can look at that example and say, oh, he smokes, I'll smoke. He drinks, I'll drink. But guess what? His son, hardly in his, I think, 50s or 60s, his son died for the same reason: smoking, drinking, and tobacco. 2 people, same thing, same lifestyle. One has lived till 94, one has died. In fact, you are talking of Andrew Tate, coming to the Andrew Tate point. Andrew Tate loves to show off online. You only give me one example. I'll give you more. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, KSI, Grant Cardone, Jordan Belfort, Dan Bilzerian, Kim Kardashian, Drake, Rick Ross, Dan Locke, Alex Hormozy, Dan Pena. All these love to show, even Floyd Mayweather, love to show their cash online. Okay? I give you examples. So, doesn't that make sense? You should share your money. You should flex your car, show your mansion, show your private jet. Tai Lopez, remember? But then, are they people who don't show off? Are they people who are humble? Now, I'll give you some examples of people who are richer than these people, richer, but they don't show off. I can't get his name. He's the CEO of, he's the founder of IKEA. Then you have Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase. Vitalik Buterin, okay, that Ethereum co-founder. Satoshi Nakamoto, you don't even know how he looks. Sundar Pichai, Aziz Premji, I think Infosys. Indra Nooyi, Ajay Banga, CEOs. We have Tim Cook also. What about celebrities like Keanu Reeves, Dana White, CEO of UFC, Joe Rogan, Jack Ma, your example, Warren Buffett. Do you think he shows off his Lamborghini? Do you think he shows off his girls? Zuckerberg. You always see him with t-shirt and jeans, right? Uh, Actors, Brad Pitt, Kristen Stewart, Daniel Radcliffe, Scarlett Johansson, Daniel Day-Lewis, Julia Roberts, George Clooney, Ed Sheeran, Adele. Have you seen them showing off their Lamborghini? Have you seen them showing off their mansions? Maybe Entertainment Weekly will just say, oh, we just like to show your house, like Sylvester Stallone allowed them, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay, come and see my house, come and see my fridge. But otherwise, these people, the examples that I gave you, Jack Ma, do you think he gives a tour of how rich he is, how many Lambos he has, and how many girls are dying for him? In fact, I'll give you a day-to-day example. My mentor, he is successful, he is rich. You can check online. Nothing. Other than a few talks he has given. My landlord, 94 years old. Rich guy, very rich. You can't even search. Even if you put his photograph, you'll get nothing. He is only people came to know after I mentioned about him. See, you're just cherry picking the examples that suit you, but you'll ignore everything else. Yes, 100%. There are people who are, you said you have been very kind to say 10,000 times more successful than me. I'm telling you, billion times successful than me, who don't follow a single thing that I'm saying. But that doesn't mean if you follow their habits, you're going to be like them, even remotely. Jack Ma can say teamwork will be sir. Elon Musk can say, I employ only the best minds to work for me. Alex Hormozy can say, hustle culture and, doesn't mean you'll be like them. Doesn't mean that you'll replicate the same level of success. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you'll be can't be bigger than them. You will, maybe. It's like my wife saying, she buys a lottery ticket. Every week she buys 2 or 3. Why? Because she knows people who have got 30 million, one person, and 4 5 people who got 8 10 million from a village. So her logic is, if they got the lottery ticket, why not me? And she's right. She can get. But what is the probability? And last, if not the least, you're talking of settling down, wife and kid. I think you're slightly mistaken here. I have never told people to get married. In fact, I discourage people from getting married. I discourage them from having children. The only reason I tell them this, if you want to, you have to be, first is you need to have money, but you need to have the emotional and mental maturity, because that level of sacrifice and thinking is required. You cannot have a Andrew Tate mindset and be a good father, role model, and husband. Okay? Now, that doesn't make me a good guy. I'm telling you, once again, I'm exception to the rule. No matter how much you try, this is an open chat, no matter how much you try, for you to get a female, not looks, not character, I'm talking character, it'll be almost impossible. Why? Because you're a unique guy. Your looks, your behavior, your thought process, your lifestyle. Do you know how many people I had to evaluate, talk, interact before I bumped into her? That also by sheer accident. The only reason I bumped into her is because she had broken up with her husband and she had put her profile online, and we both bumped at the same time. See the luck. And her ideal husband, she should never have a single tattoo, should be a Thai person, should be like Buddhist. And I am nothing of what she wanted. In fact, it is impossible that they wanted an Indian. Well, guess what? They got the most unique of the lot. And I'll just conclude by telling you this. This is my final. You have never, even though you know, you have never accepted the fact that something may happen to you. I'm not wishing you bad. Honest. On the life of my child and wife, I'm not wishing anything bad, even for my enemy and for you. 5 times I've had brushes with death. 5 times. I've been in the ICU. I told you in my area, 17, 18 people died. Different people. In Thailand, every day there's an accident. In the place where I stay, every day, just a small island, every day the ambulance goes in full speed, sometimes even 5 times a day, because there's an accident. Young people in their 20s who never thought, they came for a holiday, they never thought they would have an accident. From falling from the waterfall, even slipping on the footpath, to being hit by a scooter or a car. They end up with life-changing damages. You think they planned it out? In fact, the Air India crash, you think those people knew that their time was going to be up? Forget that. A dengue fever, a snake bite can kill you. Have you ever thought that this can happen? Not by an airline, just by an accident. In fact, my own client, his son was, he got into drugs addiction. He saved everything for him to send him to the West. Got into drugs addiction. He's lost his son. He's trying his level best. It's still not successful. There was this news about the Indian family. The only son, life savings, rank holder, young man, was going to get a citizenship. Got shot dead by a guy who was trying to rob the petrol station where he was working. This actually happened when I was small. My neighbors, exact opposite to my house, were Pakistani Christians. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children. He had 6 children. This is a true story, not real. And they had sacrificed their entire lives to make sure that their children got the best education and they got citizenship for US. They got the eldest boy, the eldest daughter, and the third one. All 3 got the American education. The other 3 were small, and one was just a baby. I don't know. They just loved having babies. And they had planned within a year or 2 years that they all would settle down in US. This you're talking when I was 15, 16 years old. You know, the wild wadis, right? Wadi, the flash floods when you're in a wadi, mountainous region. Suddenly there's, complete rain and the floods come with rocks and all that. Imagine what are the chances that it would happen. And that particular day, when the flash floods took place, when the rains took place, they were the only people who were there. The only. They had their 4-wheel drives. And this is a tragedy that people in UAE know, because they were part of St. Michael's Church community. Within a few minutes, he lost his 3 eldest children who were supposed to take them to USA. They lost their lives. He lost everything. And now he was thinking he's going to start his retirement life with them. I know you'll say, oh, this doesn't happen daily. Yes, you're right. It doesn't happen daily, but it can happen, right? You're only thinking in terms of the extreme positives. You're not thinking of the other. And in between the extreme positives and negatives, there is a 80%, Pareto principle, 80%, where most of the people, you never know their stories. You never know not everything is mentioned on social media, not everything people share. You never think of that. How many people who try for the Olympics, who want to get gold, they don't even qualify. There is more than maybe 100,000 people every year. 100,000. How many people graduate from college or drop out? How many earn 7-figure income? How many people here in Samui, where I stay, start a new restaurant, coffee shop, weed shop, massage parlor? How many? Life savings. They put their life savings. In this 10 years, I could say in this area, just 1 kilometer, I've seen maybe 20, 30 people open and close their business. Don't you think they believed in themselves? Anyway, I don't want to drag this for too long, but what I'm trying to tell you at the end is you can choose whatever you want to believe. You can eat like Donald Trump or like Warren Buffett. Don't do exercise like them. Work hard. No need to get married. No need to have children. I'm not saying out of sarcasm. I'm serious. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. Live the life of your dreams. Just be yourself. But also keep this in mind. There will be a unique set of challenges which only you will face. Your health is not going to be like mine. My health is, I never thought my health would be weak. That's my problem. Maybe you'll have something else. So just understand this much, that you can cherry pick all the values, cherry pick all the good things. Oh, if I do like him, if I invest in crypto, I'll be like this. If I do this business online, I'll be like him. Yes. Have there been people who will succeed? Yes. But are they people who you have never heard of and who have failed? Even more so, yes. So I hope this answers your question. And remember what I told you right from the beginning. Exception to the rule is not a standard. You are not them. That's number 2. Number 3 is you're only looking at one side of the coin, not the other. Number 4 is showing off online is not reality. It's just what they want you to see. The photo shoots, they all take time. Yeah. It's not just click. Production, planning, photographer, graphic designer, pump in the gym, keep the car ready, sunlight. Hey, you girls are ready. Lot of stuff goes behind the scenes, which nobody talks about. Even me, when I share one photograph, I maybe take 50 of them. And maybe there are so many photographs. So I request so many people. Nobody knows how many are there. And sometimes I don't even upload because I didn't like it. And last but not the least, the final piece of advice, wife and kids. Just because I got lucky doesn't mean you will. Just because I did it doesn't mean others should. And stop looking at other people's life. Oh, he sleeps around. Oh, he has so many. You just don't know when your luck may not go the way you plan. I'm not wishing you bad. I'm telling you, life is unpredictable. All right? Hope that answers your question. I really appreciate that you took the time to formulate that. And I hope this gives you some insight. So guys, feel free, good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts as well. This is me signing off. You guys take care.